This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. There's nothing sweeter than baking cookies during the holidays. With Prime, I get all my ingredients delivered right to my door, fast and free, no last-minute store trips needed. And of course, I blast my favorite holiday playlist on Amazon Music. It's the ultimate soundtrack for creating unforgettable memories. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into.
What if you could hear your favorite song for the first time again? Introducing the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks. With an available Bose Personal Plus sound system that uses speakers in the headrest to create a 360-degree listening experience. You've never heard anything like this. Reimagine your music and your drive. Experience the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks for yourself at nissanusa.com today.
Available feature. Bose is a registered trademark of the Bose Corporation.
This is Optimal Work Daily. 10 Things That Immediately Happen When Real Leadership Shows Up. Part 1 by Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com. Quote, "There are no bad teams, only bad leaders." Jocko Willink. What does the environment around you look like? Is it obvious to you and everyone else what you stand for? Is your benchmark for success clear and understood by all? Do you, as the leader, clearly reflect your vision and standards to such a degree that reading them is unnecessary? Are you consistent in good times and bad times? Are you a master of the basics and technical stuff, or have you lost touch? When you experience failure, do you confront the future or wallow in the past? No bad teams. There are no bad teams, just bad leaders. Leadership is what determines how successful you and those around you are. If there is minimal success, there is minimal leadership. There are very few real leaders who genuinely stand for something and brightly reflect those standards, or who are willing to put everything on the line for what they believe in. Very few leaders create change and lead. Leadership is not born, it's made. If you're not excited about your current circumstances and success, you have complete power right now to make radical transformations. Until you do, nothing will change. So here are 10 things that abruptly happen when you take ownership of your life and situation. 1. Inject a winning standard of performance before you start winning. Quote, "How would your life change if you made decisions today as if you were already the person you want to become tomorrow?" We tend to live up to our own feelings of ourselves, for better or for worse. If we plan to become something else, what better way to do so than to step into that skin now? Richie Norton. It doesn't matter what your current circumstances are. Winners act like winners before they start winning. Your mindset is what you grow into. Mental creation always precedes physical creation. Who you are in your head is who you eventually become. Who are you in your head right now? The first thing that happens when you step up as a leader is that you and everyone around you begin looking toward success. You start craving it and believing it's possible. In turn, your behavior starts changing. It all starts with you. It doesn't matter where you are in your organization. As Robin Sharma explains, real leadership requires no formal title. 2. Constancy among chaos and success. Quote, "Consistent effort is a consistent challenge." Bill Walsh. Most people can't handle failure or success. They're on a behavioral roller coaster depending entirely on external circumstances. When things aren't going well, they're overwhelmed or depressed. When things are going well, they're overconfident and lazy. However, when you show up as a leader, your mindset and behavior remain constant regardless of success or defeat. You are marching to the beat of your own drum. Everything outside of you is noise. You're compelled forward by intrinsic vision and values. Your consistency reflects your conversion to your cause. 3. Clear point of reference is established to keep you consistent. When you decide to lead, you provide a clear standard of excellence. Your standard of excellence becomes your point of reference, keeping you honest and consistent in all circumstances. It ensures you don't have too many bad days in a row or get derailed by haters or get overconfident when successful. Your point of reference is what you really believe in. It's why you do it. When you're struggling and failing, you look to your point of reference. When you're crushing it, you look to your point of reference. What's your point of reference? 4. Clear performance metrics are established to keep you accountable. Quote, "Where performance is measured, performance improves. Where performance is measured and reported, the rate of improvement accelerates." Thomas S. Monson. What does success look like for you behaviorally? What is your actual job? What do you need to do? How do you determine if you're failing or succeeding? There should be clear metrics to measure yourself against. However, simply knowing what you should be doing isn't enough. Clear accountability needs to be put in place. That accountability, if possible, should be to an actual person, not just a spreadsheet. When you are required to report your progress, especially to someone you respect, your performance will improve. 5. As the leader, you reflect the standard of excellence and recognize you are the ultimate bottleneck. When you don't show up as a leader, everything falls apart. You are the example of what optimal performance looks like. You become the living and breathing standard of excellence for others to emulate. You reflect your mission and values. One thing is absolutely certain. Your performance will be mimicked by those following you, whether good or bad. Thus, you are the ultimate bottleneck. Your failure to get to the next level hinders everyone relying on you. You can't take people beyond where you currently are, personally and professionally. Hence, Darren Hardy, author of The Compound Effect, has said, quote, "Never take advice from someone you wouldn't trade places with," end quote. Who you follow determines where you get in life. If your leader isn't moving forward, you're not moving forward, because your results are a reflection of your leader's results. Consequently, as the leader, you should be insanely determined to become the best you possibly can. The better you become, the more clearly you can help others get where they need to go because you've been there yourself. The essence of true leadership is pure ownership. You're no longer doing it for yourself, but so you can take those you lead further. Number 6, hear that in tomorrow's episode. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled 10 Things That Immediately Happen When Real Leadership Shows Up by Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com.
We're driven by the search for better. But when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. Don't search. Match with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree. Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it makes hiring all in one place so easy because Indeed's matching engine is constantly learning from your preferences. So the more you use Indeed, the better it gets. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/startup. Just go to Indeed.com/startup right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/startup. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
This episode is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the date of the big game first before you accidentally buy tickets on your 20th wedding anniversary and have to spend the next 20 years of your marriage making up for it. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
And thank you to Benjamin. He is an organizational psychologist and the best-selling author of Willpower Doesn't Work and Personality Isn't Permanent. His blogs have been read by over 100 million people and are featured on Harvard Business Review, New York Times, Forbes, Fortune, CNBC, and many others. He's a regular contributor as well to Inc. and Psychology Today, and from 2015 to 2018, he was the #1 writer in the world on Medium.com. He and his wife Lauren adopted 3 children through the foster system in February 2018, and 1 month later, Lauren became pregnant with twins who were born in December of 2018. They now live in Orlando, and you can come by benjaminhardy.com for more. And thank you to Benjamin for letting us share his work. All right, that's about all I can do here today for you, so have a great weekend. I thank you, as always, for being a subscriber. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow, where we'll finish up this post and where your optimal life awaits.